Hi everyone, today we are introducing ourselves to explain you why company needs digital transformation. These are the points. Among these, either one or more of these falling for a company who needs digital transformation. Onto the left side, these are the status of the company, and onto the right side, we have what it is means. The company is lagging operationally. It means they have the process, but the processes are manual, slow, fragmented, and expensive. The another status is their technology fragmented. They have the technology, but they have different technology in each of the department. The systems siloed, the legacy heavy, duplicated, and there is no integration. That is data poor. They have the data, but the data is duplicated. Those are not consistent. A lot of reconciliations are required, so they cannot take decisions. So the data poor on the decisions. The customer experience under pressure. Every company, why the company works. They work for the customer, and if customer doesn't have a good experience, they face delays in their deliveries, inconsistency in the invoices or whatever work the company is doing, poor service, and be weak personalization. Right, we are not able to personalize ourselves as the customer is wanted. Competitively threatened, right? They never worried about the competition. They never see where the competitors are going. Competitors are faster, cheaper. They are adopting more digital solutions, and they are more innovative. The scaling is pain, right? They are not able to scale fast. The growth is happening, but they are not meeting that growth. But the business cannot scale efficiently, and current tool and the processes are not matching with that particular growth which is required. Low visibility and the control. Leaders are not able to see end-to-end processes, their financial position, their supply chain, the customers and the risk. They are not able to see where they are lacking, and if they are not able to see, they cannot take the decisions. They cannot take any action onto that. The productivity, workforce productivity is not there. Employees are there, they are working very hard, they are loyal to the company, but uh, they are not finding out anything which can help them to to save the time, do the work fast and intelligent without any error. Their business model is at risk. The current model which they are running, it is not future relevant, right? They are weakening slowly. They are not able to comply and the comply what the government is looking for. Their compliance is lacking. They are not resilience as the change is happening. So these are the certain area which are helping to find out where the company needs, when the company needs digital transformation. So if you go further and if we see the companies and if we sum up all these things, we found there are five basic areas or opportunities where digital transformation can be happened. So one is the customer experience. We can improve the customer experience. We can improve the process by using the digital transformation. We can improve business model. We can improve value chain, and of course, culture is very much required to be changed. If culture is that employees are always complaining that they are spending a lot of time, the processes are not connected with each other, the systems are not connected with each other. So these are the certain opportunities where the digital transformation can be done for a company. So now we'll go each area again. So digital transformation is the redesign how a company serves customer, how the company runs operation, how company creates revenue and delivers values and build culture using the digital capability. So we see the opportunity in the customer experience, what we can transform, how customers are interacting with the company, right? Do we still having a email conversation with the customer, or are we moving to the intelligent agents, chatbots, where these can interact with the customer. How are we easy to buy from? The customer is able to buy easily or engage and trust the company. The typical examples are omni-channel service, self-service personalization, faster response. The strategic outcome comes when the digital transformation happens. The loyalty of the customer will increase. The growth and the retention, the customer will grow and the retention of the customer will be high. And when we transform our process, the way the works are done internally, if we improve our processes, the processes will become faster, they will be integrated, they will be visible and scalable. The typical example can be that those workflow can be automated using state-of-the-art enterprise resource planning solutions in which approval will be automatic and the AI assistant operations will be there. The cost will be lowered, the speed will be high, and the process will be consistent. If we improve business model means how we generate the revenue. Right? Is the revenue generation model is future ready? Is it a subscription based platform play? Is it a digital services or it is a servitization? How are we able to find out new revenue streams? Are we resilient? If we again improve the value chain, so value chain is that how we procure and how we deliver the product to the customer. The sourcing is improved, the delivery is improved, our supply chain management is connected and it is predictive or it is an agile. Are we able to do the procurement digitization? Are we able to do the warehouse management? Can we plan? Can we see our supply chain easily by using supply chain towers? If we have the better service, lower risk, and we are agile, then of course the value chain will be digitally transformed. How to improve the culture? How people think and decide and adapt. To our people and leaders, enable change. Leaders are looking that something is required change. Are our leaders are able to change it? And if the change is happening, are we able to manage that change? All the decisions are data driven. There is a collaboration between employee and the leaders. The mindset is innovative. And is there any upskilling or trainings are regularly done? If we do all these things, we'll see that there is a sustainable adoption whenever the change is happening, and there is a long-term success. If we see whole thing which we have discussed now, we are concentrating onto the 5 things: customer experience, process, business model, and value chain, and the culture. Right. So, in the customer experience, are we increasing our loyalty with the customer? The growth and the retention is there. The speed and the cost and the consistency is there in the process. Business models are bringing new revenue and they are resilience. The value chain is agile and it is visible and it is again resilience. And the culture is adaptive, mindset is innovative, and they are ready with the change. Now we'll deep dive into digital transformation. When we say digital transformation, we had talked about culture, customer experience, process, value chain, and the business model. So first of all, we need to empower employee, right? We need to empower our employee in terms of that, they have efficiency in performing the operations which are happening. And how we do that, we'll talk about that, in what way we can have those things. Are we engaging customer, right? So first of all, we need to build a intelligent cloud platform, right? If we talk about that, so it's like first of all we need to have a personal computing with the customer, employees, right? How we engage the customer, right? The customer is able to talk to the companies, right? They are continuously giving the feedback. And we have optimized our operations like process and the value chain, and we are able to transform our product by using a innovative business model. So let us deep dive how we can do that. You know, we have world number one company called Microsoft. They are helping us with their products to do the digital transformation very easily. Right? We talked about empower employees. So when we say how to empower employee, we have MS 365, using which all the products called email, Outlook, Word, autopilot, and all of the stuff. Right? How to engage the customer? We have Dynamic 365. And when we talk about the optimized operations, right, we have Dynamic 365 finance and operation, Dynamic 365 finance and the supply chain, using which we can optimize our operations, and we transform our products. So all these products which are shown here, like MS Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Dynamics 365, sales, customer service, operation, field service, and the marketing, and the Azure for the doing the cloud transformation, right? And using the Azure, we can create our server forms, and all the application will be diving into the Azure using the Microsoft Azure. Then when we go deeper in the Microsoft ecosystem, how it is layered. So if you see here, Azure is our infrastructure. It is also securing our data, storing and securing the data, and also managing the security. So in the Azure, we have Azure Services, OpenAI, we have Copilots, Operation Innovation, Identity Management, Security, and the governance and the compliances are there. The Power Platform helping us to enable to integrate the applications which are not only Microsoft application, it can be third-party application as well. Right? So this is sitting in between using the Power Application, Power Automate, Microsoft Copilot Studio, Power Pages, Power BI, and the Dataverse. And these are the D365, Dynamic 365 enabled, AI enabled customer relationship management and enterprise relationship planning solutions, enterprise solutions like sales, customer insight, customer services, field services, finance, supply chain management. So these are the enterprise applications which help us to run the processes, improve the value chain. For the employees or whomsoever is their stakeholder, employees, and they manage their identity using the identity management, but they normally use Office application like Outlook, Team, Word, PowerPoint, SharePoint, and M365 Copilot. So this is the Microsoft ecosystem using which we do the digital transformation. So we're taking it forward, and how we'll do that. So we are planning to have 12-month digital transformation workshop programs. How they are identified, how they are scaled up, right? So you see that there are 12 months, and each month we are going to cover certain areas which are helping us to move toward the digital transformation. So first is the Dynamics Foundations Microsoft ecosystem. In the first month we'll be talking about that. Second month we'll be talking about finance core, general ledger, accounts payable, AR, and the budgeting. Third one is the supply chain management, how we do the procurement, inventory management, warehouse management system, and how we do the MRP plannings inside the system. The third very important part is that how we manage the customer, engage with the customer. We'll be talking about in the fourth month the sales, marketing, service, field services. In the fifth month, we'll be talking about human resources, project operations, and how to use Power Automate. The sixth month, we'll be talking about Azure AI, which consists of OpenAI, Copilot Studio, and the Fabric. The sixth month, we'll be talking about integration and the extensibility, that how to integrate the system, how to integrate and how to extend the system using the Microsoft technology. Then we'll be talking about security, compliance, and the governance. Then we'll be moving to the advanced topics, where the system, the Dynamics 365 finance and the supply chain management has the manufacturing and assets management modules, how to use them. Then again, we'll be moving into the advanced areas, into the AI, how to use agentic AI, how to use IDP, Gen AI, and how to do the process mining inside the system. Then the change management, how to manage the change when we are doing a digital transformation. Then competence, we'll talking about competence, we'll talking about AI governance, and the next year roadmaps. All these things are consolidated in these two books. If you wanted to learn faster, or you want to go through with our this digital transformation program, we advise you to follow these two books. The first book is uh, essential book, which will give you that, how to use Dynamics 365 finance and operation, which is called Dynamics 365 finance and supply chain management. And if you want advanced knowledge, which will be we will be covering into the coming up workshops, so you can go through the second book as well. So these are the programs which will be running in our coming up 12 months digital transformation workshops.